bringing you English idioms on food you should know to enhance English fluency. Hi friends, this is Sagarika from Step Up English, extending a very warm welcome to all of my viewers on YouTube. Apple of my eye, meaning refers to someone who is the most favorite person, someone who is cherished and loved more than the others. Usage: Namrata's grandparents adore her. She is the apple of their eye. Big cheese, meaning refers to an influential person in an organization. Usage: He is the big cheese within the organization. A lot on one's plate, meaning to have a lot to do, to have an extremely busy agenda of work. Usage: I had a lot on my plate last week, said Anurag. Bite off more than one can chew, meaning take on more responsibilities than one can manage. Usage: I wasn't successful in completing the task that I voluntarily assigned to myself because I bit off more than I could chew, said Neil. Bread and butter, meaning a source of income that provides a person with money which is used to buy food for livelihood. Usage: Dairy farming is the sole bread and butter for our family. Couch potato, meaning refers to a lazy person who spends his time watching television the entire day. Usage: Her brother has been living a life of a couch potato ever since he quitted his job. Cherry pick, meaning to select the best. Usage: The teacher cherry-picked topics for her favorite students. Bad egg, meaning refers to a person who is unpleasant or is a very bad person, not a good human being. Usage: She was the bad egg in the team. The news of her resignation is such a relief. Piece of cake, meaning too easy. Usage: The test was a piece of cake for me, said Tim. Tough cookie, meaning a strong, determined person difficult to deal with. Usage: She's got to be a tough cookie or else she'd have people to take her on a ride. In a nutshell, meaning in short, briefly, concise. Usage: The topic for the assignment was discussed in a nutshell by the professor. Bigger fish to fry, meaning have more important tasks to deal with, more interesting matters to attend to, other important things to do. Usage: I chose to keep myself away from frivolous gossips because I have bigger fish to fry. To walk on eggshells, meaning to be extremely careful or cautious around someone because they are sensitive. Usage: I'm always walking on eggshells whenever I'm around my best friend. Big fish in a small pond, meaning refers to a person who is influential, knowledgeable, and has more power within a small group or limited arena. Usage: Neil has been associated with the same company for 2 decades, employed as a manager. He's a big fish in a small pond. Practice lessons. He is the apple of my eye, said grandmother about his youngest grandson. Am I the apple of your eyes? Asked Sandra to her mother. We knew that Cindy would receive a big share from the ancestral property because she is the apple of her grandfather's eye. She is the apple of my eye, said the husband about his wife. I was the apple of his eye until we got into a major altercation earlier last year. The big cheese of the company resigned last week, confirmed the Human Resources Department. The current big cheese of our organization is not liked by most staff. Although he is the big cheese of the firm, he is approachable and helpful, unlike his assistant who's known for his bad temperament. As the big cheese of the company, she treats her staff with respect and dignity. The big cheese of the company is always on time to work. I could have extended my help to Maria, but I already have a lot on my plate at the moment, said Sheila. Although she doesn't have a lot on her plate, Mira refused to take up more tasks. Do you mind sharing some of your workload with me? I see that you have a lot on your plate, said Mike, who was happy to offer help to Amit. I have a lot on my plate, therefore, I ought to skip the office party. With the annual vacation approaching, I ought to finish up work assignments or else I'll have a lot on my plate upon my return. Don't bite off more than you can chew, warned the manager. Ali had warned his brother not to bite off more than he can chew because the latter had no work experience. I bit off more than I could chew, and now I'm left with so much to complete. I'm in ardent need of help, said Sumit. Although he bit off more than he could chew, yet Akram was successful in completing every task because he worked around the clock. I bit off more than I could chew, regretted Sam. His bread and butter comes entirely from the fixed deposits. Dairy farming is the bread and butter for our family. Tutoring young boys and girls is her bread and butter. You cannot depend on your parents all your life, Sid. You have to earn your bread and butter as soon as you finish college, advised Sid's father. My grandparents had many sources of bread and butter. My brother is a couch potato. This makes my parents worried about his future. Don't be a couch potato. Go out and play. My cousin brother is a lazy boy. He spends his days sitting on the couch watching television. Now I can say he is turning into a couch potato. While my eldest child is a gymnast, the younger child is a couch potato. My father has warned my brother to find a job soon, or else he will be chucked out of the house. He has been living a life of a couch potato ever since he graduated from university. Mrs. Smith was accused of cherry-picking students to man the stand at the exhibition. The Students' Union raised a concern with the management on learning about how some senior staff were cherry-picking best students to represent the institute. Our grandmother would always cherry-pick among her grandchildren. The gardener cherry-picked organic produce to be sold in the market. The farmer cherry-picked the best seeds. He's the bad egg within our team. Her resignation has come to us as a relief to all of us because she is the bad egg in the organization. While the older sister is a lovely human being, her younger sister is a bad egg. It wasn't a surprise for us not to see the family mourn the death of the relative because the deceased was a bad egg all his life. I have been told that I am the bad egg among my siblings. The test was a piece of cake. This recipe is a piece of cake for me. The assignment wasn't a piece of cake for the students. Raising children is not a piece of cake. Taking care of demented patients isn't a piece of cake. Her tough childhood turned her into a tough cookie. She's a tough cookie. No one can intimidate her. My mother has the reputation of being a tough cookie. Her personality of being a tough cookie keeps her colleagues at a check. She's a tough cookie. She could have introduced the topic in a nutshell. The test pattern was discussed in a nutshell by the teacher. The project manager discussed the project requirements in a nutshell at the kickoff meeting because he was running out of time. The celebrity answered the reporter on her upcoming film in a nutshell. We were expecting a lengthy lecture from the lecturer, but he introduced his subject in a nutshell. Cannot attend the party, for I have bigger fish to fry, said Anand. Watching films with my friends is not worth my time, for I have bigger fish to fry. I expected some help from Amit, but he said that he has bigger fish to fry. I could have joined my family at our farmhouse to celebrate Mum's birthday, but I seriously have bigger fish to fry, confirmed Pencil. He is always complaining that his children do not spend much time with him by giving an excuse. They say they have bigger fish to fry. I'm always walking on eggshells whenever Aunt Sheila is visiting us. As a funeral organizer, I'm always walking on eggshells around the bereaved family members of the deceased at every funeral. I make it a point to walk on eggshells around my grandparents. I do not walk on eggshells around my friends. With my manager, I always feel that I am walking on eggshells. Mr. Simon has been with this company for over 3 decades and currently holds the position of a manager. He is regarded as a big fish in the small pond. She's a big fish in a small pond in this firm. We have faced discrimination from the manager of this department, who considers himself as a big fish in a small pond. No staff likes the office manager, who is a big fish in a small pond, because she has a tendency to discriminate and cause ruckus in the lives of the employees should they disobey her. He's been in this company for as long as we can remember, and yet he couldn't be a big fish in a small pond. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also do hit the bell icon for future notification. Thank you.